We're going to look at the series summation n equals 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to the n plus first power times 2 to the n minus 2 divided by 3 to the n plus 1. We want to determine if this series converges or diverges, and if it converges, what does it converge to? You probably recognize that this is a geometric series because of the 2 and the 3. But note that this series starts at 1 and not at 0, so there are a couple of things we have to do first. First thing we're going to do is make sure that everything is raised to the same power. Let's raise everything to the nth power. We'll take minus 1 to the n plus 1 and write it as minus 1 to the n times minus 1 to the first. 2 to the n minus 2 we'll write as 2 to the n times 2 to the negative second power, and then divided by 3 to the n plus 1, which we'll write as 3 to the n times 3 to the first. Now all the numbers that are raised to the nth power, minus 1, the 2, and the 3, can be combined together, and everything that's not raised to the nth power can also be combined together. So this is rewritten as the series from 1 to infinity. We take minus 1 to the first times 2 to the, let's write it over here, minus 1 to the first power times 2 to the negative second power over 3. This is equal to minus 1 over 12. So we put minus 1/12 here, and then everything else is raised to the nth power. We can combine it and write it as minus 2/3 raised to the nth power. Now this is a geometric series with r being minus 2/3. So r, the common ratio between terms, is minus 2/3. It's less than 1 and greater than minus 1. This series is going to converge. But note that this series starts at 1, and in standard form a geometric series that starts at 1 should look like this in order to use the formula. It should look like a times r to the n minus 1, and if we plug in 1 we get r to the 0 times a, which is a, plus a times r, plus a times r squared, and so on. And if r happens to be between minus 1 and 1, this converges to a divided by 1 minus r. So this is if r is strictly less than 1 and greater than minus 1. Well, the series that we have now is not in that form because minus 2/3 is raised to the nth power and not to n minus first power. Well, it's easily fixed. We're going to write it as follows. This is n equals 1 to infinity. We take the minus 1 over 12, and then we'll factor 1 negative 2/3 out. So this is minus 2/3 to the first power times minus 2/3 to the n minus 1 power. Now we combine these two. Minus 1 over 12 times minus 2 over 3 is 1/18. So this is the summation. N equals 1 to infinity. This is 1 over 18 times minus 2/3 to the n minus 1 power. It is now in standard form. R is between minus 1 and 1, strictly between minus 1 and 1, and therefore now we can use the formula to find what the series converges to. It is a, which is 1 over 18, divided by 1 minus r, 1 minus a minus 2/3, and this is equal to 1 divided by 18 divided by 5/3, and now this is 1 over 18 times 3 over 5, and this is equal to 1 divided by 30. So let's summarize. The series that we started with was in this form. This is the summation. N equals 1 to infinity minus 1 to the n plus 1 times 2 to the n minus 2 divided by 3 to the n plus 1. After some algebraic manipulation, we express the same series in the standard form for a series that starts at 1. That is 1 over 18 times minus 2/3 to the n minus first power, and now we can use the formula to find that this series converges to 1 over 30. For more videos, visit www.mathprepvideos.com. www.thebrainfeed.com.